Good morning and welcome to Wake Up Call. I'm Keely McCormick.
I'm Malik Jackson. We're so pleased that you could join us for another Wednesday morning. Let's get right to the news because we have a lot of it. Alrighty. President Trump ignited a firestorm starting Friday after calling players who knelt during the national anthem SOBs. This was met with a quick response by many athletes and celebrities of the like. One of the more prominent NBA players, LeBron James, called the president a quote-unquote bum. That was followed up quickly with statements from the NFL and NBA denouncing the president's claim. But that was only the beginning, because when it was time for football on Sunday, some teams stayed in the locker room for the national anthem, and much more kneeling was done across the NFL. Even the Cowboys owner Jerry Jones, who was a fierce supporter of Donald Trump, knelt before the anthem and then locked arms in a sign of unity with his players. Since the backlash has started, President Trump has continued his favorite line of communication, tweeting more than 10 times bashing those who kneel and various leagues who don't fire athletes for kneeling. Makes you wonder a little bit if he's read the First Amendment or not.
Now turning to a story that hasn't gotten a lot of attention. A week after Maria hit and devastated Puerto Rico, they're pleading for help. They need food, water, and so importantly, gas after their entire electrical grid was knocked out, and it will take months to repair. At this moment, we can report to you that 16 people are confirmed dead and many more in dire straits. That response to the island hasn't been swift at all, causing for much criticism due to the parties responsible. We will make sure to keep you updated on this.
The Russia probe. I'm sure you've all heard about this. The Justice Department hired the former FBI director a few months back to investigate the ties between the Trump campaign and the Russian government. Well, that investigation has widened to Mueller and his team asking the IRS for documents, and according to multiple reports, the team assembled will start interviewing White House officials, current and former, as early as this week.
And Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell announced yesterday that the Republican health care bill would not come to the floor. This means that the Republican health care reform plan is dead. The Republican Party failed to get enough Senate votes to pass the bill, but health organizations like the Heart and Diabetes Foundation say the bill is bad for health care. Even Jimmy Kimmel, a late-night talk show host, said it affected him personally and made several public appeals to fight it.
Alrighty, moving right along here. A declaration of war. That's what the foreign minister of North Korea is calling the president's latest comments about the country. They also warned the U.S. to stop the close flybys, calling it an acceleration. Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders said no war has been declared.
And a big week for Saudi Arabia. The country passed a bill which is now in June of 2018 will allow women to drive. Yes, after decades and decades of reserving that right only for men, they have reserved course and now are allowing women to drive. But this is only a small step in a very long process for women. There is some of you might know they still can't travel without permission.
Alrighty, and that's all for A Black. We'll be right back with more Wake Up Call.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
Welcome back, and although there is no home football game this weekend, we still get the chance to cheer on our Jayhawks at Late Night in the Fog this Saturday night. It will be a night packed full of excitement as our favorite time of the year, basketball season, approaches. Not only will our beloved Jayhawk basketball players be there, but also Lil Yachty will be performing. So be sure to come out and prepare for an incredible season with not only the team, but also Lil Yachty.
Yeah, that's definitely exciting. I went to it last year. It was very thrilling. I'm looking forward to doing it again. Now, a community health assessment shows that opioid overdoses have passed car accidents as the leading cause of accidental death here in Douglas County. Reporter Grant DeMars has more on this epidemic and what people are doing to fight back.
A newly released community report shows that drug and alcohol abuse is now the #1 cause of unintentional injury here in Douglas County, opioids being the leading factor. Now, while this may be a shock to many people here in Lawrence, the workers here at DECA have seen this epidemic firsthand.
There's such a craving to get the substance.
The opioid epidemic is something that many are calling a monster, and now Lawrence has found itself in a state of addiction. But workers at a local grassroots organization called DECA are fighting back.
So it's upon us as treatment providers, both in the substance use treatment and healthcare providers, to really help folks learn how to manage without the substance, but do it in a way that sustains long-term recovery.
But picking up the phone and getting help is not easy, causing people to take matters into their own hands. And while not on the drugs,
You feel bad and you hurt and you're sick.
and even though ending the addiction is the goal, receiving treatment is about more than just quitting.
But treatment and recovery is not just about not using, it's about all those other aspects of your life that are impacted by your using.
This is why DECA's treatment keeps families together, people employed, and kids in school. In Lawrence, Grant DeMars, Wake Up Call.
And the workers at DECA want to stress that drug addiction not only affects you, but also those around you. Thank you, Grant, for that very important piece this morning.
That's right. And on to a more brighter topic. The famous 36-year-old rapper Pitbull recently let his private jet transfer cancer patients from Puerto Rico to the United States so they could get treatment. When he was asked about this, he replied with, "Thank God we're blessed to help, just doing my part."
Alrighty, moving right along. These past few days have been full of whispers and rumors about not only Kylie Jenner being pregnant, but also her stepsister Khloe Kardashian being pregnant.
That's right. Multiple sources have confirmed that Kendall Jenner and her boyfriend Travis Scott are expecting. However, neither of them have commented on these accusations yet.
Meanwhile, Khloe Kardashian has been dating Tristan Thompson, a Cleveland Cavaliers player, for a year now. Khloe has discussed having a family before, but stated that she did not want to rush anything. However, there are now rumors that she is also pregnant. Neither Khloe nor Tristan have made a statement about this, so only time will tell if there will be a new little Kardashian or Jenners running around California. It's interesting enough that Kim has a surrogate that's coming out. The baby's due next year. So if Kylie and Khloe, 3 babies.
There's going to be a lot of Kardashians.
I can only imagine Chris, the mother, what she's thinking. 3 new grandbabies that, within months. That's incredible.
It's going to be a little hectic for that family.
To say the least.
Cardi B, the singer of Bodak Yellow, the very loved and well-known song, was the first woman in 19 years to be the #1 on Billboard's Hot 100 without any other credited artist. So woo, power to you, girl.
That song is a motto. That is, obviously too inappropriate to sing the lyrics right here on Wake Up Call, but man, when you hear that song, it just amps you up. It's a very, very, very uplifting song, I have to say.
That's right.
Health tip of the day is to take advantage of the natural benefits of essential oils. Putting these scented oils on your wrist or neck can affect you mentally, physically, or emotionally, I guess. It is especially helpful with curing colds and cleaning sinuses, and being college kids, we can always use a little extra boost.
I live by essential oils. Put cold and flu oils on my wrist every morning. It'll keep you healthy forever.
If you can tell by that read that I just read, I don't use them at all.
And now moving on to our I Come Bearing Good News segment, just a segment to keep some uplifting and positive news in your life. Police officer Tyson Nichols from the Rock Island Police Department in Illinois was photographed as he pushed a senior's broken electric wheelchair uphill in the heat.
That is really, really, really remarkable. Clayton Cook became a hero on his wedding day this past Friday as him and his new wife were taking their wedding photos at a park in Canada. He noticed a boy submerged in the park's pond. He quickly jumped in and pulled the boy to safety. It was a blessing that Clayton was in the right place at the right time, and clearly not all heroes wear caps. Some wear capes. Caps.
They wear capes.
Caps. Semantics, guys. Some wear wedding tuxedos. I could only imagine, getting married and then jumping in and saving a child.
Yeah, thank God he was in the right place in the right time, or else that could have gone really bad.
And thank God I wasn't the one getting married because I can't swim.
Well, he can't swim, so. Well, another good news segment. Lady Gaga recently had to cancel her tour to Europe due to the chronic pain she has been experiencing and treatment for her fibromyalgia. This is an illness that she struggled with for years, but only recently went public with. And the positive side of this story is that Beyonce sent Gaga an Ivy League sweatshirt and flowers, along with words of encouragement to lift her spirits. Lady Gaga later posted on Instagram about the positive influence that Beyonce has been on her during this battle with fibromyalgia.
Alrighty, another good story.
No, this one's not so great.
Malia Obama has been in the eye of the public ever since her father went into office. However, she is a new student at Harvard University and is having trouble blending in. The public has been in her face with cameras recently after Malia politely turned down a picture to a woman. This woman continued to take the picture without permission. And Malia's response was, "Are you gonna take it in my face like an animal in a cage?"
Honestly, I feel for Malia there. I mean, obviously I've never been famous, but I can only imagine how annoying it is to just want to go to college and be walking out and have people constantly in your face taking pictures. I know when this incident happened, Malia had just gone into a salad shop and just wanted to get a salad and has to like deal with the paparazzi and the public just trying to get her in her face and ask her questions when she just wants to be a normal teenage girl.
That definitely makes sense, but I guess when you're the president's daughter, there's a price to pay. That's all we got right here for you. We'll be right back on Wake Up Call.
Welcome back once again. Now we're going to talk a little bit about the favorite sports and the not so favorite sports here at Kansas. I think we can all agree that our favorite season is basketball season.
I think so. I mean, typically we're ranked in about the top 10. We've won a few national championships. We win the Big 12 every year. So
every year. I don't know about that.
We have to enjoy that. But the football team, despite this 1-2 start, they do have a bye week this week. So last week it was looking kind of up. We were at one point down by 5 points, and then West Virginia just kind of took off on us. So, but keep our heads up. Hopefully we can get to 6 wins, so just 5 more wins. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but
I don't know if we'll make it to that.
It's a little rough for us. No, but we have things to look forward to, guys. Basketball season is right around the corner. That's our time. That's when we thrive.
That's right. This Saturday, the basketball season is going to kick off with Late Night in the Fog, and then all the attention from football will quickly shift to basketball.
Yeah, and we had a little talk about this earlier, but Little Yachty is actually coming in to the fame, to Lawrence, Kansas, to perform at Late Night. So that would be cool. Tech 9 performed last year. I was there. An amazing. He changed a few of his songs to match, our team and things like that. So I'm sure Little Yachty will try to do some of the same things, but just phenomenal. It is an absolutely phenomenal event. I recommend to all students that if you have not been, to go. It's a free event, first come, first serve. So get there and get in. You will have the time of your life. And it starts at 6:30 p.m. at Allen Fieldhouse.
That's right. And people wait all day in line just to get a good spot and be able to get in. So I know I'm personally going to start camping out around 9 a.m. The doors open at 10. So people will be outside all day. There's usually really fun games out in front of Allen Fieldhouse, some food. So be sure to be able to get out there and celebrate the upcoming basketball season with all your friends.
That is exciting. And so that'll do it for us today on Wake Up
Yeah,
Call.
we want to say thank you so much for tuning back in with us today. Hope to see you back here next Wednesday at 9 a.m.
for all the news that matters to you.